Saturday to commemorate.
Here's another test. Listening to Deutsche Welle, comparing once again S350DL from Grundig or Eton against the S450DL from Grundig. So we'll start with the S350 on the Deutsche Welle from Rwanda on 15275 kHz.
In other news, the UN refugee agency said that more than 30,000 people fled the Democratic Republic of Congo after Ugandan rebels attacked the border town of Kimango. The Congolese National Army has retaken the town after it was attacked by the Allied Democratic Forces on Thursday. The ADF is based in eastern Congo. The group is believed to be linked to Somalia's Al-Qaeda branch known as Al-Shabaab. 7 UN peacekeepers have been killed and 17 injured in an attack in the Darfur region of Sudan. A spokesman for the Joint African Union-United Nations mission said the incident happened near the mission's base at Manawasi, north of Marala. Troops were heading to another base when the attack was carried out. You're listening to Deutsche Welle News. Russia said on Saturday it hasn't received...
let's go to the S450.
The former U.S. National Security Agency contractor made his first appearance on Friday since fleeing to Moscow from Hong Kong 3 weeks ago. Snowden announced he would be applying to Russia for asylum. The 30-year-old is wanted by the U.S. authorities for espionage after he leaked details of a secret surveillance program to the media. Jay Carney is the White House press secretary.
I would simply say that providing a propaganda platform for Mr. Snowden runs counter to the Russian government's previous declarations of Russia's neutrality, and that they have no control over his presence in the airport. It's also incompatible with Russian assurances that they do not want Mr. Snowden to further damage U.S. interests.
Snowden has also been offered asylum in Latin America. Meanwhile, Russia's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov spoke to reporters in the former Soviet Republic of Kyrgyzstan.
Under Russian law, there's a specific procedure regarding political asylum. The first step would be a request to the Federal Migration Services.
U.S. President Barack Obama called his Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin on Friday to discuss the situation. Meanwhile, Germany's Interior Minister Hans-Peter Friedrich said he is satisfied with U.S. assurances on its spying activities. Friedrich met with senior U.S. officials in Washington on Friday to discuss surveillance techniques. However, Germany's main opposition parties said that Friedrich had returned empty-handed. 300,000 people were moved to safety in southeastern China as Typhoon Civic left a trail of destruction in Taiwan. The storm damaged buildings on the island. A police officer was also killed and 21 people were injured. The typhoon struck China's Fujian province on Saturday. At least 18 people were killed in a bus.
And now we're going back to the S350DL.
Were also injured when a lorry crashed into the vehicle in the capital, Moscow. The impact of the crash ripped the bus in two. For more news and information, visit our website at dw.de. Michiel Walker, Deutsche Welle News. Deutsche Welle. World Link. Hello and welcome to DW's World Link, bringing you the personal stories behind the headlines.
In Bonn, I'm Kate Laycock. And I'm Mark Hallam. Coming up on the show, as the crackdown on Muslim Brotherhood members continues, we find out how ordinary Egyptians are celebrating Ramadan in Cairo.
Then, welcome to Syria Street, the place where Syria's brutal civil war spills over into neighboring Lebanon.
The best that can be achieved is a durable ceasefire of sorts, because there are no common points that can be agreed upon, which means that really we're essentially tied up to the situation in Syria.
And elections in Bhutan, why happiness is the one thing all the candidates can be guaranteed to agree on.
All these stories and more coming up on World Link. You're listening to DW's World Link with me, Kate Laycock,
And me, Mark Hallam. They found an Egyptian mosque.
And now last time the S450, sorry for the phone that rang there.
World-Link ran a report from May Francis in Cairo, documenting a jubilant begin to the holy month, Egypt's first under the Muslim Brotherhood.
Comment here from here is that the S450 has a crisper, nicer audio than the S350.
A week.
Reception seems better also on the S450.
168 little hours.
You've been practicing that. Go on, Mac. Give us a quick recap of what's been going on over the past week in Egypt.
So on Wednesday last week, the Egyptian army responded to mass demonstrations against President Mohamed Morsi and his Muslim Brotherhood organization by deposing the president and seizing power, a measure they say is temporary, pending new elections. Since then, various prominent members of the Muslim Brotherhood have been placed under arrest, and dozens of their supporters have been killed in protests.
So it's against this violent backdrop that the Muslim holy month of Ramadan has begun. Now based in Turkey, Maeve Francis nevertheless boarded a plane to Cairo to experience firsthand the changes that have taken place since her departure just under a year ago.
Shortly after Ramadan last year, I left Egypt. So I flew back in yesterday on the first day of Ramadan, and the mood here is very somber. It's not like a normal start of Ramadan.
Tell us about the differences that you noticed on arrival in Cairo then. Were you returning to a very different place?
I really did feel that as I was catching the cab back into my old neighborhood. I used to live in this area called Zamalek.
So here, the S450 is a clear winner. Great reception, clear, crisper sound, better audio. Even though my Eton has treble and bass to the maximum, here I actually have crisper audio, and the treble is not even halfway through, so sound is better here. And reception is quite good on both, but it seems a little better on the Grundig S450DLX. So hey, tell me what you think. What did you find better? So this was the test of both the Grundig's S350DL and S450DLX with the Deutsche Welle signal on 15275.
And when I was reporting this story last year for World Link,
so thanks for watching, 73.